Welcome everyone. The question that is given on the screen, it is a question of the conservation of momentum. Okay, there is a mass m1 of 1 kg. Okay, another mass is m2 of 5 kg. The mass m1 1 kg is moving with 10 meter per second towards the mass m2, but the mass m2 is at rest. So let us say the initial velocity of the mass m1, which is 10 meter per second, and the initial velocity of the mass m2 is 0 meter per second, because it is not moving initially. But when the mass m1 hits the mass m2, both of them will move together. According to the question, it says after collision, if they move together, then find the velocity of the combined mass. That we have to find it out. What is the principle of conservation of mass? Principle of conservation of momentum. It is m1 u1 plus of m2 u2. Okay, this is the total momentum before collision, and after the collision, both the masses will combine and both the masses will move together. So we can consider both of them as a single entity of mass m1 plus m2, and both of them will move with a velocity capital V. So m1 plus m2 multiplied by capital V is the momentum of the system after collision, and m1 plus u1 is the momentum of the mass m1 before collision. m2 into u2 is the momentum of the mass m2 before collision. m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is the momentum of the system before collision. Okay, so now if I equate these two, obviously it is the principle of conservation of momentum, because momentum is conserved whether the collision is elastic, that means energy is conserved. Whether the collision is inelastic, that means the energy is not conserved. It actually does not matter. Momentum is always conserved. Okay, because this conservation of momentum basically comes from the Newton's third law, F12 equal to minus of F21. That is the mutual interaction between the two masses. Okay, and from that these two comes. Okay, so whether the energy will decreases or energy lost, okay, that basically does not matter here. So the mass m1 is 1, so I am putting the values. u1 is 10, so 1 into 10 plus m2 is 5, u2 we don't know, no, u2 we know, that is because it is at rest, so 5 into 0. m1 plus m2 is 1 plus of 5. Final velocity, that is the velocity of the combined mass, that is capital V. So this will become 10, 5 into 0 is 0, 5 plus 1 is 6, so 10 plus 0 is equal to 6V. So from that 6V we can say it is equal to 10, and from that V is equal to, we can say 10 divided by 6 meter per second. If I just reduce this by 2, both the numerator and the denominator, it will become 5 divided by 3 meter per second. Okay, so 5 by 3, you can convert it into decimal point, 3 1 jet 3, so 2 is there, so 1.6. okay, 1.6 meter per second. Obviously, according to principle of conservation of momentum, since the momentum is conserved, so here the mass is less, so velocity is greater. After the combination, when they move together, then the mass becomes greater, mass becomes 6 times, so velocity also reduced by 6 time, and it becomes 5 by 3 or 10 by 6 or 1.66 meter per second or something. Thank you all of you.